Jonathan, one of the drills I'm going to have you work on is what we call the preset hip drill. We noticed in your golf swing that you have a tendency to keep your hips very still in the backswing and just lift the club up to the top of the backswing with your arms. We need more depth in the backswing with your turn. You're a side-on golfer. All side-on golfers need a certain degree of depth in the backswing, and yours is limited right now. The preset hip drill is going to help you do this. The basic drill is you just go ahead and get set up just like you would. Again, step in just like you're going to do your drill. Left and right, add your secondary tilt. Now from here you're going to turn your hips into the backswing while you try to keep your arms and hands, and shoulders at address. You're going to pause there and then go ahead and play the shot. Now a lot of people find it's hard to do with a golf ball first, so if you want to do it just as a drill without a golf ball in the beginning, that's okay. Again, just get in your address position, make sure you got your secondary tilt, turn your hip, 1, 2, 3, swing. When you're comfortable doing it without a golf ball, you can go to the driving range and you can start playing shots with it. One of the good things about this drill is that because you're presetting that hip turn and you're sitting there for a little while, by the time you get to the top of the backswing, you want to get your hips moving. We've noticed in your swing that you stay down too much in the golf swing and your hips stall as you swing through the ball, so you tend to get a little armsy and handsy. I still like that throwing action you were taught when you were younger and you used, but we need to throw it in the right direction. We need to keep it moving with the body. This is going to be a drill that'll help you get your body moving. I call it a rotary activation drill. So use this preset hip drill and let's get your body moving a little better. Now one thing you're going to notice as a rear anchor golfer is because your balance is more to the right side, all your ball positions have to be moved back a little bit. There is a progression in the ball positions because every club has a different amount of forward lean in it. So your driver will be a couple of balls inside your left heel, and you may find your wedges are actually way back on your right foot. Now this is not conventionally taught, but if you're a rear anchor golfer, this is just the way the clubs match, and you got to work this out because every set of clubs made differently, so we got to dial it in for each individual. Alright Jonathan, I'm going to perform some of the preset hip drills from the down the line view so you can see what it looks like from that angle. The next thing we want to do, Jonathan, is adjust your ball throw exercise that I had you do when we were assessing what was going on with your golf swing. Being that you're a side-on golfer, you're going to throw that ball down at about a 45-degree angle. Your extension point is at a 45-degree angle past impact towards the ground. And so what we want to do is we want to synchronize using our ground force to launch upward as you're extending down in that direction. If you stay down as you throw, you're going to have a lot slower throwing action. If you actually use the ground force to push up and you extend your torso up as you throw, you're going to find you're going to get a lot faster action. So we want you to use that. I also have a weighted ball throw exercise, and I have a video on YouTube for that. I'll send you the link for that so that you can watch that. Performing this action is going to actually help you learn to do what I call synchronizing your verticals for your golf swing. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a little bit here. But what we want you to do is really learn that you're using your ground forces to push up as you're extending down through that shot. When you synchronize those, it actually accelerates the activity. You get more speed with less effort. Alright Jonathan, let's talk about synchronizing those verticals in your golf swing. So I'm going to have you do a progression of drills here, first in a partial swing and then working up to your full swing. And the basic drill is going to be learning how to get that swing to extend to the 45 degrees past the impact mark. You actually want to swing to that position so your action just stops right there. Most golfers have too much hand action that sort of flings it past the extension point. But I want you to get good at using your ground force to launch up as you extend down, synchronizing them, and you'll find that your extension will stop right at that 45 degree mark. Let's take a look at what this looks like. You'll see when I get here, I'm still leaning rearward. I still have a rear anchor alignment at this point. Because up until my full extension, I want to make sure that I maintain that rear anchor balance. Now that one chased past the 45 degree angle, you know, to the extension. I'm actually an under golfer, so my extension's at parallel to the ground. So it's a little harder for me to stop at that 45 degree mark. But you can still see how I move to that extension point, maintaining my rear anchor balance. And when you first start performing this exercise, you can actually do it in partial swing. Again, it has to be a small enough swing that you feel like you can really push up on your front leg and get to that extension and feel your torso extend up. And if you have to do it smaller to get it right, you're better off doing it right in the beginning and working up bigger later on. Now another thing I want you to realize is that even though you're posting up on that front leg, your front leg's actually going to be leaning back as you post because you're a rear anchor golfer. Some golfers get vertically up over that leg. They're the front anchor golfers. You know, center anchor golfers have a little lean. So you're going to need a slight lean in that leg. You want to maintain that as you're posting, you're maintaining that rear anchor alignment in your golf swing. Okay? Here we go. So that time you can see I swung right to that extension point about 45 degrees past impact, still maintaining some of that rear anchor alignment. Now when you're really good at doing that, after pausing in that extension position, you can go ahead and go up to your finish to rehearse getting to the finish from there. That'll look like this. Pausing and then rehearsing the finish afterwards for a while, eventually you're going to feel comfortable blending it together, and that'll just take it right up to your normal full swing. That looks like this. Okay, so this exercise has 3 steps to it. First, learning how to swing to your extension point, maintaining your rear anchor alignment, and making sure that you're pushing up off the ground as you get to that extension point. Starting to get that postural extension moving upward. The second part of it is once you've learned to get to that extension, making sure that you're releasing your posture all the way up vertically to that finish. Okay? And then the last part of it is just blending that action together into one motion all the way through to your